primates. Links to the video we reacted to today are in the description below. Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell to be notified whenever we go live or put out new content. It really helps us out. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show. Oh, I destroyed that restroom. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Oh, good heck. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. So I destroyed that bathroom, bro. Yeah, thank. I don't even. What the freak? Get out of here, you freaking. I'm trying to see if I want to play Diablo 4 right now. Woo! Okay, I'm not gonna be able to sit down on that one. I am raw. Ooh, I am sensitive right now. My posterior. I ain't gonna be sitting. I'm gonna stand for the rest of the stream, mate. At least for this part. All right, hold on. Let me move. I think I can. I need to make the camera like aim higher so I can like actually. Alright, does it catch my face? It kinda does. Alright, cool. I'm standing now. Alright! Sorry about that wait. Let's get right into the next video. This is gonna be the follow-up from Static Tokyo about the allegations being made against Doujin by Sai. Is this first or is this second? Let's see. But now we kind of figured out what the
watch the last video in order for this
context, so to speak, is.
Alright, before we get into it, you gotta watch the last video in order for this one to make any sorts of sense whatsoever.
And we did. Okay.
Like, there's a reason that video is way longer than most, because there was a lot of stuff going on. Also, please go and read both of the docs yourself, link in the description, you feel me? Not a news channel, I just talk my shit.
Okay, so we got the context.
Guts, formerly known as Ozomatli, made a doc of their own, and I want to clarify that even though they blocked me, Guts and I have some mutuals, I guess, and one of them sent the link to the doc to me. So yeah, that's how I got a hold of it. And I'm only covering the doc because it's only fair to cover this one since I covered the other ones. First things first, they acknowledged the fact that they said they didn't have the material to make this doc, but they went back to check the logs and found some shit. They also said after this doc, they moving the fuck on without being stalked and witch hunted. Shit, I didn't know niggas were that OD. They also said that Doujin doesn't need to respond. Gus brings up that Doujin fucked up their sleep schedule by doing calls really late at night. With them being a college student and sometimes having to wake up at 4 AM, it was hindering their ability to focus in class.
Fuck all this bullshit, what the fuck?
Which Doujin was aware of. And in terms of interests, Guts would usually cater to his interests, and their interest was left for last. In terms of gaming, they barely got to play anything unless it was a collab on stream, or Overwatch, which was only 2 times. They do say that they did watch Dorohedoro, but that only lasted 3 episodes. Guts admits to having attachment issues with Doujin, and Doujin obviously knew of this, to the point that they asked Doujin to be on call with them while they did their finals. They said that they vented to Doujin about various things. Usually a partner would reassure them, but Doujin apparently wasn't doing that, and basically was going, damn, that's crazy. When this occurred, Guts was just like, alright then, I'll shut the fuck up and never open up again. Now,
I mean, to be fair,
I don't know what Doujin...
To be fair, I mean, that basically, I mean, yeah, that just sounds like Doujin's a shitty boyfriend. I don't know what the frick... You get what I'm saying? I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I don't know if that's abuse. I wouldn't call that abuse, but definitely a shitty boyfriend, like, all things considered. Not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know if I would specifically put it on the realm of abuse yet. Let's see what else they got, though. But, like, that's just a shitty boyfriend. I'm sorry. Like, you don't think...
Doujin
like,
was on in terms of this, but basically, Doujin still invited Guts to collab after they broke up, which doesn't sound like the correct play. It was only 2 collabs, but Doujin would basically ignore Guts, and Guts was barely acknowledged unless interacting with someone else.
Bro, you know, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, especially in a situation where, like, I'm just gonna say this. If you break up with somebody, if you want to keep that friendship going, like, on you, right? That is what it is. But you need to understand that friendship ain't, like, at some point it's gonna have to become meaningless. It's gonna have to become pointless. And here's my logic. If you get another partner, I'm sorry, any relationship you have or had with an ex needs to disappear. That's my logic, you get me? Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, if I have an ex that I'm still chilling with, we're still cool, or whatever, and I have a partner, I'm sorry, but the simple fact that me and the ex had something at some point means there could still be some feelings there. It means that there might be something. I'm not saying there is. We shouldn't assume it is. But there might still, even if it's a tiny little lingering something, there's something there. And frankly, out of respect for my partner, I feel like I need to like cut ties there. That's me though, right? That's me, and that's what I would expect from my partner. And frankly, yeah, that would like that's just something I would prefer. Like I would even go as far as to say that it might be a make it or break it kind of situation, depending on that the particulars. So that's just sort of my logic there. You get what I'm saying? I don't like
Now,
the
at this
idea
point,
of, like,
Guts is
continuing.
chilling. No contact with the nigga for a minute. They
You know,
distanced because they felt like they were
relationship after
kept
that point.
around for pity. One day, all of a sudden, they get a friend request from Doujin. They accepted the request, expecting some closure. And as we know, it definitely was not closure. Them rightfully being pissed off, they responded harshly, because it felt like they were being used for a situation they had no knowledge about. That's when Sai and Guts start talking about the experience and realized that shit was getting weird. They admit to being hypersexual due to some past abuse, but they said that they weren't the only ones asking for some.
Freaky ass, hungry, glizzy ass.
And that if they did ask and Doujin refused, they would just return to chilling, and then they show a screenshot of Doujin also asking for some.
Freaky ass.
Which contradicts Doujin's claim in his doc, which I went over in the last video. You really gotta watch that in order for this shit to make sense. Again, the screenshots look weird. Again, I really want an explanation on why they look like this, but the times match up.
Yeah, are you doing that like as a means of like separating it so people can understand who's who clearly, or what? Okay.
Up, so I can't complain. And when Guts would refuse, he would proceed to mute and not great.
No good.
I guess you could play devil's advocate and be like, why would Guts stay in call? The whole when I see piss I move argument, you know?
No. See, that don't work here. It's kind of like don't get me wrong. 100%. At that point, drop the call. Like, just do. Like, what the frick? You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, what the frick? Like, bro, you want to call with somebody? Like, hey, like, I feel like that's not really Guts' freaking fault. Like, bro, hey, bro, like, why you acting up, bro? Act right. What are you doing? You can't just start peeing off. Like, what are you doing? What's wrong? Like, it's like that one VTuber who was touching themselves in VR chat to the other VTuber. It's kind of like, all right, yeah, she could leave the room, she could leave the freaking like the VR chat, but it's like, what the frick, bro? That's her right to be in VR chat. Why is this bro over here touching himself to her? You get me? So I'm not saying like, I'm not saying, oh, she was held high. Like, I'm not gonna say Guts, or the other VTuber. I'm not saying that they're being like held hostage. It's because they're not. But at the same time, like, bro, why do they gotta move? Because you want to decide to get up, and make them uncomfortable. It's just not right of you to do that at the same time, But of course, logically, yeah, get out of the, if you see a dude on a bus, with his pecker out, and he's freaking got it locked and loaded, he's swinging it around, he's about to blow, he's about to fire off at somebody. I'm just saying, duck and cover, bro. Get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? That's a messed up way to look. I'm sorry, but the point is, yeah, no, it's not Guts' fault. This dude is on his ish. You get me?
But also, just don't meat slap and call with someone that isn't down with it,
Exactly.
muted or not.
Yes.
It's weird. Guts
It
said the
is.
first time they didn't
It
find
is.
it uncomfortable, but the second time they did feel uncomfortable. But they made themselves believe it was a normal thing to happen in the relationship. But Doujin would apparently
son.
never ask if he could do
Son,
such
you gotta let them know. You gotta call them out like, hey, bro, you want like this is you crossing lines here. No.
actions, and took the silence and compliance as yes. Sai also had the same experience, but with the mic unmuted, which is, not cool. Guts and Doujin were both comfortable being openly
absolutely not.
flirtatious on VC and sending suggestive memes to each other, and that Doujin was the first one to send a suggestive meme. And Doujin would even talk about making audios for Guts when he learned that Guts listens to ASMR. It wasn't even like 18 plus ASMR, it was just normal stuff to go to sleep. Guts clarifies
okay.
the sexual comments they said were mainly out of pocket shit to break the silence, and that there was something they would even say on stream, so nothing too crazy. It was mostly just a playful thing and nothing to be taken serious. Guts clarified that their experience did not involve drinking. That was only Insai's experience, and that Doujin didn't read the doc thoroughly enough. Guts feels as though if it was a true apology, it shouldn't have been done in a doc. Bro should have went to them personally before any formal statement was made. And as their final statement, they state that this is their last time talking about the situation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really feel here like in Guts's case, I really feel like Sai and Dojin were just using Guts for their own means here. This really seems like and don't get me wrong, like Guts' like complaints are valid here. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But it feels like Guts had their own complaints and Sai wanted to like piggyback off that a little bit too. You know what I mean? So or maybe Guts wanted to piggyback off Sai. I don't know, but like Guts is like what Guts is saying is pretty valid here. It's, like especially if true, I would like to know if it is true that bro was like trying to freaking beat his meat, muted or not muted, because that's just a douche move. No matter what, you gotta respect your partner. Like you can't just be doing that, man. Like if you're gonna mute somebody, and like here's my question to you: if you're going to Discord and you hitting somebody up, and then you like, oh, I'm gonna mute you, and I'm gonna clap my meat, like I'm gonna play the flute for the skin flute, like just why not just go to the orange YouTube at that point? Like I feel like you know what I mean. I don't get that. I mean at that point.
And that they're moving on from this once this is posted, not only for them, but the individuals that were dragged in. People have already been hurt and that they only want their side to be heard. They also apologize to those who are dragged in because of their connections to any of them, and that they understand if you need to distance yourself from both the situation and from them.
Okay, here's Dojin response.
Bro, they not letting me sleep. Dojin dropped a doc to obviously respond. Dojin claims that they weren't the reason for Guts staying up. They did that on their own. Dojin would ask to be on call, but is understanding and would rather Guts.
I gotta say, if you go into college and boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever the frick calls you up like, hey baby, I want to chat, that is 100% your decision whether to stay up or not. I'm sorry, but you gotta grow up. You in college, grow up. You need to freaking you need to schedule yourself. You need to figure that out on your own. Don't stay up because somebody nobody's forcing you. Just don't accept the call. I'm sorry, but just don't accept the call. That being said, at the same time, hey, if you know, your significant other is going through these finals, they gotta go to sleep. If you want to be a good boyfriend, what you gotta do is know that schedule and call them out. Like, hey, why are you still awake right now? Don't you got finals tomorrow? What are you doing? Why you acting still? Go to sleep. You got finals tomorrow. What's wrong with you? Go to sleep. You feel me? Me personally. That would be my move. Because I care about you and your education at this point. I care about what you doing what you're in college. You want to make yourself a better person. I don't want to hinder you. I want to push you to greater heights. I want you to freaking take this as far as you can go. I'm not trying to. That's me though. To be fair, that's just my sort of 2 cents on that.
Let's focus on important shit. And if they fell asleep, there will be no problems. And they even have a screenshot to show an example of this. In terms of interest, Dojin's relationship with Guts was almost a month long, which would mean there isn't much to do in that time frame, due to them both having shit to do outside of the relationship. Dojin decided to watch Durara. I'm probably fucking the name of that anime, but the anime's fire. And then Guts had them watch Dorohedoro.
You told me Durara was good. And totally, I'm gonna have to watch both of those. I like the animation style. It looks really good. I don't know what this is, but they look cute. Maybe it's just because I got a thing for blonde hair.
Obviously, with the relationship being short, they didn't get to do a lot of what Guts wanted to do. And in regards to the attachment and lack of reassurance, Dojin claims that they did lend an ear and told Guts that they probably just needed more proper rest. He claims he was always there when they voiced their frustrations and that he apologized if Guts expected a solution or something more. In terms of
again though, I don't know about abuse and that, my whole point. What the freak did I leave over here? My thing here is the accusation of abuse, when it comes to like being let's say a neglectful boyfriend, like I feel like that's not abuse. Am I the only one that's not, or like what? Maybe it's because I haven't fully read the entire document too. But I feel like this is like like what I'm trying to say here is this is not the point you should be trying to defend, Doujin. Being a shitty boyfriend is not a crime. It's the other stuff that is. You get me? So, as far as I'm concerned, if Guts is saying that there was no alcohol involved in like pressuring to drink alcohol, oh sorry. Did you see how the difference when I sit down? I'm sat now, and now I'm standing. Again, I'm gonna stay standing. Screw it. Yeah, no, being a bad boyfriend is not like necessarily a crime or nothing, but it's being a bad boyfriend. You know, it is dude. Like what I'm hearing is a pretty douchey move. All things considered, and so it's pretty valid of them to criticize you for that, for being a bad boyfriend. I mean, what do you mean?
Labs, he apologizes if he wasn't paying enough attention to them. Doujin claims to have never left them behind and would treat them the same as everyone else. Doujin didn't want to hit them up just to chill because they told them they needed space. Doujin still tried to keep them in the loop, and apparently Guts will still hit Doujin up to sleep call after collabs. He admits that it was wrong of him to DM Guts, but he was
stuff that I'm just
panicked
like, bro, if you're gonna break up, if you're gonna like actually separate, then freaking do it. Don't be doing this half like measure stuff. I don't like that. Because it's like you still, there's obviously still feelings there, and you gotta sort those out. You're not gonna sort them out by hanging out together even more. Because you're gonna huff the coffee. Let's be honest, you're gonna huff the copium. Everyone's gonna huff the copium. As soon as the breakup happens, you're gonna be huffing copium. Either they were right, either you were right and they were wrong, or they were right and you were wrong, or somebody, there's got, you know, it just doesn't work. This doesn't work. I just feel like you need to cut it off to sit, and I feel like you should just cut it off and sit with your own feelings and sit with your own thoughts and sort out what exactly you want out of this, you know?
things could be said about him, and since he didn't have hard proof, they thought the best thing was for them to reach out to one of the past partners. Obviously, that was not the play. Also, he does claim to have said his apology in DM shortly after, and even apologized to me. Yes, I was name dropped. And I can confirm, he did indeed apologize to me. Doujin states that Guts did start every sexual interaction and he was not lying. Anything happening in the call was from them starting it up. The screenshot that Guts showed is Doujin trying to start something, but they ended up falling asleep. Guts then tried to start something in call.
Yeah, see, the fact that you ended up falling asleep don't mean that you didn't start it. What do you mean? Like, how's, I don't know. That's just, I feel like that's a bad faith argument. There you go, I mean...
But Doujin then declined. He also said that he never muted and, when he did mute, he was either working on something else and went to sleep, and then the screenshot of his alt account, he provides context of it. Doujin was still on call on his PC with Sai, while he was also on the phone with Sai, and that they were just joking with him, and he also claims that the whimpering audio to Guts was a joke. And then his final statement, read it for yourself. My brain is melting, I wanna fucking die. Like I said in the past, you'll see me distancing from everyone involved. And that's pretty much it.
I'll be honest with you. I think the win, like, I don't know about if there's a winner or a loser, right? But I'm saying I think the only people here that didn't lose or didn't let me rephrase that. I think Static Tokyo is the smartest person here. At this point, a lot of drama, a lot of accusations being thrown around, not enough evidence to even prove half of the stuff that's being alleged. It's a lot of he said, she said, and frankly, I already said my piece on most of it. I think, like, I see a lot of signs of being a bad boyfriend. Suppose, you know, if what they're saying is true. I also see a lot of signs of miscommunication, a lot of signs of people not making their intentions clear. And that's exactly why communication is so freaking important in any relationship, because I don't know what the frick you're thinking, and you need to make your intentions clear just as much as I need to make my intentions clear. That's all I can really say here, because I just don't have enough for me to go fully in one direction or another, honestly.
Alright, I'm gonna end it here. Peace.
Yeah, no, alright. And I will share this one on the Discord as well, for everybody to go and check out your own. Check out the actual full document. I'll be honest with you, this, like I said, for me at least, there's just flat out not enough evidence, not enough evidence or proof for actual something. Like if they had like the audio recording or something, not that I'd want to hear it, but like something to prove that the dude was actually like beating his meat on the phone, that'd like change things a lot. But right now, as far as I'm concerned, if it's true, the guy's a douche, like flat out. If it's not true, then the other person is just like a spiteful ex, I guess. But realistically, I'm not like this is a whole lot of like icky. There's a whole lot of icky, and I think Static Tokyo is the smartest dude here for distancing himself from everyone involved. All right, yeah, let's move on from this. Thank you so much, Primates, for watching this all the way to the end. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell for a rainbow explosion that will go ahead and notify you every single time we go live or put out new content. Thank you so much, goodbye, and thanks for swinging by.